Ever wish you could just sit down with a legend, not to talk about their fame or fortune, but to get into their head, to understand their philosophy? Well, that's kind of what we're doing today. We're diving into a really unique fictional interview that summons Jimi Hendrix himself to talk about music, the universe, and, well, everything in between. Let's plug in. So, the whole thing goes down in this wild, fantastical place called the Summoning Room. Just picture a cozy, gaslit parlor, but it exists outside of normal time. It's a place where the rules are different, a dream space where you can actually talk to people from the past. And this is where our interviewer makes contact. And just like that, there he is. His first words? Man, they're pure Hendrix. That iconic, laid-back cool. He's not freaked out or confused. He's just curious. It's like he just stumbled onto some new cosmic radio station. It perfectly sets the vibe for everything that's about to unfold. All right, so let's get into the setup here. How is this incredible conversation even possible? Well, the interviewer, a fella named Charles Farrington, uses this ritual, something called an invocation dream spell, to bring Hendrix into this space. It lays all the groundwork for a seriously deep chat. But here's the catch. They're on the clock. Time in this dream world is marked by this strange 2-hourglass. And once all that sand runs through, poof, the connection's gone. It adds this real sense of urgency, you know? It makes every single word from Jimi feel that much more important. So, once they're talking, where do they start? With the guitar, of course. We're talking about the guitar's raw language. Because for Hendrix, his instrument was so much more than just a hunk of wood and some wires. And this is absolutely key to understanding him. He didn't see the guitar as some tool that he had to master or conquer. No, it was literally a part of him, like another arm, an extension of his soul that let him pour his feelings directly out into the world as sound. And this quote right here, it says it all. It's about letting go, getting your own ego out of the way, and just becoming a vessel for the music that's trying to come through. I mean, think about that. It completely flips the script on how most people approach an instrument. This totally reframes all those classic Hendrix sounds. You know, the screaming feedback, that crying wah pedal, the fuzzy distortion. Those weren't just random noises or accidents. Nah, man, that was his vocabulary. They were the actual colors he used to paint pictures with sound, expressing everything from anger to pure bliss. So, from that really personal connection, the conversation zooms out to the collective experience. We're talking about concerts as a form of communion. Because for Jimi, a live show wasn't just a performance. It was something else entirely, something way more spiritual, a shared vibration. He talks about the energy at a live show like it's a literal electrical current flowing between him, the band, and every single person in the crowd. He didn't see himself as a star on a stage. He was a conduit, a channel helping to guide this massive shared energy. And he basically lays out how this mystical thing works. Step 1, this energy, this current, starts to build in the room. Step 2, the musician acts as the conduit, grabbing that energy and shaping it into music. And the final step? Everyone locks in. Everyone in the room starts vibrating together, feeling the same thing at the exact same time. So you see, the ultimate goal for him wasn't just getting applause. It was unity. It was about reaching this state of shared consciousness where the line between the performer on stage and the audience just dissolves. And for a moment, everyone is plugged into the exact same electric dream. And that idea of a shared vibration leads us into the deepest, most far-out part of the conversation, music's cosmic vibration. This is where Hendrix ties music into the very fabric of reality itself. He saw it as the key to finding what he called the universal chord. This right here, this is the heart of his entire philosophy. He truly believed that on the most fundamental level, everything, stars, people, emotions, all of it is just energy vibrating. We're all just different frequencies. And music is a way to tap directly into those vibrations. And he saw this huge difference between the chaotic noise of the world, the confusion, the anger, and the higher harmonious vibrations of things like love and peace. His music was his attempt to be a kind of tuning fork, a tool to help people filter out all that static and find that more beautiful frequency inside themselves. So what was the highest frequency of all, the one he was always aiming for? It was actually really simple. It was the vibration of love and of peace. In his view, that was the ultimate note.
That was the universal chord that connects everything and everyone.
And just as we get to this incredible peak, we're reminded of that hourglass from the beginning. This amazing dream can't last forever. The sand is almost gone, and the connection to this brilliant mind is starting to fade away. And that brings us to our final section, the enduring echo. Because even though the dream has to end, the message doesn't. Hendrix's ideas about music, about life, they continue to resonate long after the last note fades. They're still echoing today. So, if we boil it all down, what is the Hendrix philosophy? It's really these three core ideas. 1. The guitar is an extension of your soul. 2. Concerts are a kind of spiritual communion. And 3. Music is the literal key to finding universal harmony.
And these are some of his last words in this dream. It's this beautiful, hopeful idea that the universal chord he was talking about, it's not some lost thing from the past. It's still out there, right now, just waiting for new artists, new people to find it and play it.
And that kind of leaves all of us with a final question to think about. In our own noisy, complicated world, what's the universal chord that we're all trying to find? What does that frequency of love, peace, and understanding sound like for us, right now? It's a great thought to end on.